So, 3 months ago or whenever it was that the quarantine started, I started an online course for a few subjects. To provide some background, these aren't my school classes or anything and I've never met these people before. There are maybe 10 other kids in class and the teacher is actually pretty great. So the first 2 days go pretty well, but on the third day I fuck up big time. We were in between a physics class that had already been going on for an hour and I'd completely gotten distracted halfway through. I have an incredibly low attention span and this was already too much for me. When the teacher called my name to answer his question, I had no idea what he'd been talking about, so I tried to Google it. However, I have shitty internet, so it took like really long to load and the teacher was getting pissed as to why I wasn't responding and why I was typing. So, completely freaking out, I decided to text him on the Google Meet chat and make an excuse that my laptop's audio and microphone are not working today and I've been reading the subtitles which take quite some time to load, so I hadn't quite gotten his question. In my immense panic, I phrased this somewhat vaguely and said I can't actually hear, I've been reading the subtitles, they take quite some time to load, to which the instructor said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't aware that you are deaf." In my intense panic and anxiety, I just went along with it. Dumb as f***. It actually worked out fine. I'd type out all the answers sent to me and even bought a hearing aid that I sometimes wore in class. Now I say sometimes because I don't actually have the focus and commitment to remember to put it on every class. When asked about it, I told the people in class that even with the hearing aid I can't hear much, so I don't usually bother wearing it. They bought it. Everyone in class likes me a lot now too and they find me very endearing. There's a girl, Carla, who says I have the most beautiful smile she's ever seen. So this was actually going really well for me. But like most of my antics, this backfired on me big time. When I made this godforsaken decision all that time ago, I was sure I'd get away with it. We were never going to meet IRL. However, about a week ago the instructor decided to meet IRL as the lockdown in my country has been lifted. I spent all night watching videos of deaf people and trying to figure out how to behave. I decided to pretend to also be completely dumb so I wouldn't have to try to speak like them. It seemed very hard and I didn't want to try. So anyway, we meet up and everything goes well. No one uncovers my secret or anything. I spend the entire IRL meet with Carla, who is completely f***ing in real life. She's smart, she's funny, she's kind. We keep handing each other notes on tissue papers and it's the cutest shit ever. I haven't ever been this attracted to anyone in my entire life. Toward the end of the meet, however, Carla hands me a tissue paper with one little heartbreaking sentence on it. "Will you date me?" Panicking, I tell her I need some time to think and she's chill with it. I'm supposed to be meeting up with her tomorrow. I can't pretend to be deaf and dumb while dating her, it's f***ing impossible, but if I have to keep this charade up I'll have to let her go and I don't want to do that either. There's also the other option where I tell her it was all an act. Best case scenario is the extreme embarrassment plus amazing girlfriend, and the worst case scenario is she thinks I'm an asshole and I lose her anyway.